My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be doing a challenge run today. And this challenge run is one that has been heavily requested, especially after I tried to do a version of this that was deemed to go against the spirit, despite technically not going against any of the rules that were laid out. This is the THICC Deck Daddy Redux. We are going to play. We cannot turn down a card in any card offering. As for shops, I'm going to house rule this because no one's really told me what to do with shops in a THICC Deck Daddy Redux. But I am going to, every single time I encounter a shop, which I'm not going to force myself to do, but if I do end up at a shop, I have to try and spend as much of my money getting as many cards as is possible at that shop. So literally just their combined cost is going to decide how many of those cards I get. And I'm not going to be able to remove any cards. So let's go, Ironclad. Yeah, you know what? I played a lot of Ironclad recently. Let's go Silent. There's no way I'm turning Ascension on for this because that will murder me. Choose a card to obtain? That's a THICC Deck Daddy kind of thing to do. Let's go. Let's take a Predator. That's going to be a really good early option for us. So I'm going to plan my routes kind of like independent of shops and stuff like that. But when they occur, we'll know. Right, it looks like there is no way to get 2 elites on any path here, unfortunately. I am going to need to hit a lot of rests. So there's a 2 rest, a 3 rest, and a 4 rest path. I'm going to go through the 4 rest path. And the reason I'm going to need to hit a lot of rests, as you might imagine... Oh, I didn't need to take any damage this opening turn. I'm used to playing Ironclad, sorry. But the reason, obviously, that I am going to need all of these rests is because I'm going to have a lot of cards in my deck. And I'm going to need a way to upgrade those cards so that they're not horrible. Backflip, Cloak and Dagger, Endless Agony. Some people deemed Exhaust to go against the idea of the deck as well. I don't think I agree with that. Like, if I want to take a card and it has Exhaust, do I have to not take it so that the deck is thicker? I think Exhaust is reasonable. I think removing cards was the... Well, I think removing cards was the one thing that everyone said, hey, do this again, but don't remove cards. All right, Backflip, Cloak and Dagger. Let's go with C and D. Cloak and Dagger can be ridiculous in a bunch of circumstances, whereas the other cards can be okay in a lot of circumstances. Beautiful. So what kinds of things are we going to be looking for? We're going to be looking for mana cheats, a lot of mana cheats, and relics. Look, all of these are going to be things that I would never play, so fuck it. Let's go with something I would never play. If this tells me to remove a card, I have to tell you, there is no way to actually avoid that. Okay, cool. It's going to heal me. Yeah, if it gives you the remove a card option, you can see it gives you prize, heal to full health. You don't get to choose whether or not you take a prize, which has actually screwed me recently. I mean, this is technically a card. Sure. Centennial Puzzle. First time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. I mean, I can't remove cards from my deck, so possibly taking a curse is a bad idea. Yeah, I think maybe that was a really bad idea. Let's keep going, though. All right. Now, rare card and small card synergies are going to be really difficult to work into this deck. We'll take an AoE. They're going to be really difficult to work into this deck. I've already got way too many cards. I'm looking at this deck and I'm already like, oh. And it's going to be difficult to get those synergies together because I'm going to have so many cards in between the synergistic cards that I'm looking for. Unfortunately, Neutralize would have been the one that we really wanted to double for this turn. Yeah, great. Draw Neutralize and Survivor right then. That's a perfect freaking time for them. Gosh. There's no other elites on this floor, so we should be able to float, like, a little bit of HP. Also, I clicked on Survivor. Y'all saw me. I clicked on Survivor so that I could have discarded the regret there, and I would have been able to survive. I might just be dead here. Depends if I get Predator or not. Orichalcum, if you end your turn without gaining block, gain some block. Backflip. It's also going to be handy. I do need to upgrade in pretty much all of these circumstances. I will rest before the boss, but with Orichalcum, I'm actually just going to try and continue for a while. Thread and Needle at the start of each combat gain 5 plated armor. Between that and Orichalcum, a lot of the time I can just decide not to block, and I'll still get 11 block, and I'll still be fine. Unfortunately, not this turn. Because they were going to do 12 damage. Actually going to Phantasmal Killer here. Because next turn, I've got the Dagger Spray. So between that and Predator, I just have Lethal. Yeah, I didn't even need the Predator. Take a copy of Footwork because it's a good card. Let's upgrade Phantasmal Killer. Let's try that. I mean, look, this deck is going to have no, like, consistent strategy regardless. Take a Terror here. Single copy of Terror in pretty much every deck is a good pickup. This is another card. I've added it to my deck. Yeah, Regret, unfortunately, could easily just kill us, so... Please draw. Nope. The idea there was that I would draw the Survivor so that I could remove the Regret from my hand. Take a Blur. Alright, time to rest before the boss. Told you I was gonna do it. Hexa. As much as I do want to set up a Phantasmal Killer, we are going to be attacked a lot next turn. So I'm going to set up 20 block here. Beautiful. Alright. We're actually already defended against this incoming damage. And we will be for a while until the enemy starts a strength up. We're going to be permanently protected. That Regret is going to murder us. I'm so sad about it. Alright. Next hand has a Dagger Spray. That's some good damage. Okay. Now, ooh, good. We do have a weaken here as well. So I don't play the defend. Strike, Phantasmal, and then next hand should have the Predator. So Predator is going to be a lot of damage here. I can kill you with a Poison Potion. Let's do it. Hell yeah! All right, we made it through that floor. Got a regen potion here. Tools of the Trade is probably a good pickup. Help me curate through my deck a lot faster. THICC deck daddy Orrery. Let's go for all cards. Let's go. Let's go. This deck is going to die very quickly. I need you to know you need a curated deck to actually do work. But you know what? Let's go. Take a Riddle with the holes there. Dodge and roll there. Well-laid plans there. Beautiful. THICC decks. I like THICC decks. No, that is a lie. Pretty much anyone could deny. Stop drawing me neutralize with the... When I take damage through Regret, it's really garbage annoying. That's a lot of damage. And I'm only going to take 4 damage this turn. Thank you for all of your brave and valiant sacrifices, Orichalcum and Threaded Needle. Beautiful. There's never going to be played. Take a Riddle with Holes. Again, if it offers me the card removal option, I'm not going to be able to stop it from doing it. Beautiful. Quick slash. Should go for damage where available, because we've got a lot of block already against this enemy. Just kind of lined up in the tank. If I take this, I'm actually going to be less defended, because it will prevent Orichalcum from going off. I'm actually safe this turn anyway. I was thinking about using my fire potion there, but it's not necessary. Riddle with Holes. Choose one of 20 cards to add to your deck? I think so. I'd like to take a Concentrate, actually. Because a lot of the time I have enough cards to discard with remove a card from my deck. No! No, beggar! I am a thick deck daddy and you can't handle my curves. My mana curve, it's 3 every turn, actually. Unfortunately, couldn't get a kill that turn for the life of me. We do need to weaken the backliner. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm about to lose pretty much all of my charges. Oh boy. Let's keep the Phantasmal Killer, start setting up later turns. Phantasmal Killer. I could use that, but not this turn, unfortunately. It needs to be upgraded before I can really use it, because I can't discard 3 cards, but discarding two cards a lot of the time is going to be viable for us. Beautiful. Both of those dead. Unfortunately, it did take me my whole turn to do. Alright, I'm going to Phantasmal Killer, Riddle with Holes, Neutralize, and I'm going to hold on to this Dagger Spray because the enemy is summoning this turn, so this Dagger Spray is going to kill all of them with absolute ease. And deal a bunch of damage in that back line. Don't mind if I do. Get as much damage in as possible. I do need to upgrade all of these Riddle with Holes. No, I don't. Hang on. I can't upgrade everything. That's just not how this deck works. 15 plus the Fire Potion on the back line saves us. Hell yes. Matroshka, the next 2 chests you open will contain 2 relics each. Take a Flying Knee because a lot of the time mana is my problem. Mana being my problem means that I should... Energy, rather. Being my problem means that I should reduce the cost of things where available. Okay. Well, which of these do I want? Obviously, all of them, but which of these can I have? Should definitely predate. Yeah, that's a lot of cards in this hand. We haven't got a lot of attack damage coming up, so the Phantasmal Killer is probably a bad idea. The enemy is only going to get more and more rough with us. I think we actually have to race. Definitely flying me. Retain the outmaneuver. Please do a big... Yeah, okay. 21. Weaken, weaken, weaken. Nope. None of those are weaken. But I think we have lethal. Beautiful. Bag of marbles. At the start of each combat, apply one vulnerability to all enemies and a dex potion and a burst. Blue candle plus the gambling chip. Blue candle now allows us to play our curse cards. We lose 1 HP, but we exhaust the card. And the gambling chip is at the start of each combat. Discard as many cards as you'd like, and then draw that many. That's handy. Use a dex potion here. Burn the self-doubt out of my deck. Then I'm going to riddle with holes, and I'll discard these 3 so that I can riddle with holes again. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Well, here I'm actually going to be a little more defensive because I don't know what's going to happen next turn. So I've given myself 16 block for next turn. Yep, and it looks like I was right to do that. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna burst the Phantasmal Killer. I don't even need to kill you yet. So the idea is my next 2 turns I'm going to be dealing double damage, and I know all of my riddle with holes is still in my deck. Should have done that in the other order, but it's fine. Oh, hell yes. Ice Cream energy is now conserved between turns. That makes our pickup of the concentrate a lot better. It's like a well-laid plans. That's not a well-laid plans. I took the wrong card. Oh boy. We need a stronger opening turn here. Yeah. Neutralize you. Myself some extra energy next turn. I'm already fully defended. I was about to say fully defected. That's right. I have turned to the other side. This isn't good. Use Predator outmaneuver and accept some damage here. That's 4. Actually could have weakened that turn. That's probably what I should have done. Weakened. If I weaken you this turn... Yeah, 11. So I actually still do need to defend this turn as a result of having not done it before. Woo! Should have just used Concentrate at the end there. Really? Oh, wowzers. Putting those days back into my deck would actually result in me very likely drawing them, so let's not do that to ourselves if we can avoid it. And now we're dead. Yeah. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen, for the THICC Deck Daddy Redux. 34 cards. We didn't get to the second boss. See, the thing about THICC Deck Daddy is it's not easy. Real difficult to have a deck that has that dilute of a strategy, because number one, you're not going to be able to find a card that you want for your specific strategy in every single offering. Not being able to remove cards from your deck adds another level of that. You're not able to curate out the cards that aren't part of your strategy. And also, on top of that, you're not going to be able to upgrade all of the cards that you desperately need upgraded because you've got so many of them. And then oftentimes, each of these feed into one another. They make you do worse in battles. That means you can't upgrade cards at campfires anyway, so you're resting, which means you're not getting more upgraded cards, which makes you worse in battle, which makes it much more difficult for you to upgrade cards later. And it kind of rolls on until you hit a dead end. Very similar to that. I think that without the Phantasmal Killer and the Riddle with Holes, we were done a lot earlier there. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. That has been an attempt at the THICC Deck Daddy Redux. I'm sure I'll be back to try this one again at some point because it's a very, very cornerstone kind of idea for a challenge run. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves regardless, and hopefully we'll see you next time.